Now, let's paint the picture of the perfect referral. Because we have to ask for the business. Sales reps fail because they don't ask for the business. They don't ask for the business. That sounds so stupid because they're in sales, but they don't ask for the sale. They go and they make friends. Ask the referral source for a specific type of patient. Somebody that has asthma, emphysema, how much energy do they have? How easy is it for them to ambulate? It's not. If I am marketing to a pulmonologist, my question is, oh my gosh, it's fall. The palm trees are starting to bloom. Are you seeing any of your asthma and emphysema patients that are having to go on a nebulizer? Actually, yeah, we just prescribed 2 of those today. Really? Medicare certified? You know, that's a perfect referral for me to have a nurse go out and be your eyes and ears in the office so Mr. Jones doesn't go to the hospital because of the exasperation of asthma. Diagnosis, emphysema. Skill, go ahead, teach, train, monitor patient for emphysema. They can't get around, oh, Mr. Jones is having problems breathing. Is he weaker? Did he seem weak when he came in today? Short of breath? Yeah. You ever wonder if he goes to Publix, he might fall? That's a perfect referral for home care. My aides can go to Mr. Jones' house, pick him up, take him to the grocery store, help him at the grocery store, get his food, bring it back in, carry the bags for him that he can't carry. That's a perfect referral. You've painted a picture to that referral source of what you're looking for. Not just, hey there, you have any home health needs today? No, we're good, thanks. That doesn't work. It's not effective because you're making your client think about what a home care referral is. You're making them think about it. You're not giving them the answer. Any of our clients want us to be the easy button. Don't make me think. Hey, John, have you ever thought about bringing AI into your company? Well, yeah, I have thought about bringing AI. All right, well, if you want to do it, give me a buzz. Okay. Hey, John, do you ever give lectures? Yeah, I give lectures. Do you ever go to meetings that you wish you had recordings of? Yeah. When you're driving, do you ever come up with great ideas that you forget by the time you get to where you're going? Yeah. Well, let me show you my little HiDoc. This little device here, you're able to go ahead and sync it to your earbuds. So whenever you're in a car having a conversation, it's going to record the whole thing for you. It uploads into the HiDoc app, which goes over to High Notes. High Notes is going to give you a summary, a to-do list, a task, and drop it on your calendar. Do you think that would be of benefit to you? Well, yes, I do. John has a HiDoc. Because he painted a picture of what I needed and what my pain point is. I'm a sales guy. I am a very high D. I am a very high I. I am not a detail guy. Thoughts are going shoosh through my brain at 1,000,000 miles an hour. The HiDoc just solved a problem for me that he pointed out. How do you have your reps do the same thing? Make it easy for your referral sources. Discharge planner at a case manager office, and I've done these presentations a lot, so if I get ahead of the slideshow, forgive me. Skilled nursing facilities. Who gets referrals from skilled nursing facilities? What's their pain point? Their pain point is they have referrals and discharges that are going home, and the home care companies aren't calling them back in a timely manner. They are worried on a Friday afternoon that Mr. Jones is not going to get the aid he needs to go home by 5 o'clock, and I have a dinner date. says the case manager. There's my question. Do you ever have Friday afternoons that come around, you're trying to get a discharge to go home and they haven't heard back from the home care company? Well, yeah, it happens. Here is my cell phone number. If you're ever in that situation, you call me and I will be there. And then the rep shows up on a Friday afternoon without even being called. What are you doing here, John? I just wanted to prove to you that I'm around on a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock when all the other sales reps are off the street. Why have I been a speaker at HCAF for the better part of a decade or maybe longer? Because I make it easy for them. Make it easy for them. And I provide a real good content. But they don't have to come back and wait for my slide deck. They don't have to come back and wait for me to respond. They don't have to call me and remind me of different things. In fact, Miles, my partner, and I, Wednesday afternoon, hey, Monica, can what we help with? Would you stuff bags for us? Sure, I've got an hour. We're back there helping HCAF out stuff the blue bags that everybody has. Why? My question is, why not? What am I going to do? I'm here in Orlando. I'm not at my house. I'm not doing, why not? If it makes their job easier, they're going to remember me. And next year, you're going to go, dealing with this guy was a real pain in the butt. Dealing with John, well, he was pretty, he's easy to work with. Let's get him on the schedule again. And he's going to provide content that our people can take home and use and not just give you theory. Not just give you theory. That's the key, and this is what we need our salespeople to do. We need to understand the community we serve, and that goes beyond the seniors needing care. It includes the physical community. Now, for those of you that were at Joseph Thomas Leadership Fire scenario, he is so on point, and I wish he was here because I would love to call him out and tell him how great his presentation was about building culture. We need to have our staff understand what our culture is. He said, we're having a little bit of an issue with attrition in our staff. Our older staff that was with us when we opened up in 2020 during the middle of COVID in October, they're all still with us, but our new staff is not with us anymore. They leave at a much higher rate. And I say to him, okay, well, Joseph, that's great. Have you thought about setting up a mentor program? And he says, yes, actually, that's great. We just talked about that. We're going to set up an action committee that's going to do that. And I'm like, that's wonderful, Joseph. You're doing that. That's great. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a mentor who is another caregiver, who is not a manager, who is not leading a task force, who is not Joseph. A mentor is a partner that the new CNA can feel comfortable talking to and know on Monday morning when Joseph is in his office and the door is closed, he's doing payroll. And that is not the time to talk to him. You have a family issue going on? Joseph, in this organization, is one that believes in its employees and is willing to give you can go have this conversation with him. It's a safe place for them to go to help understand what the values are of your organization that go beyond reading it in a manual. Seeing the name on the wall, like he said, that is not culture. Culture is what we do every day. What did I do for culture in my company? Two things immediately come to mind. First, when I was director of sales, salesperson, I hated having to ask for my birthday off. I am not Christ. I am not Christ-like. I don't try to pretend to be, but May 8th is my little John-miss. And I want to take, and I want to enjoy my day. And I remember having to ask ex-manager. Hey, I want to take this day off. It's my birthday. Oh, good. You could, okay, great. You want to take that off? No problem. You can put in a PTO request. Before you do, let me ask you, how you doing with your numbers? You gonna hit your quota this month? Because I'd hate to have you take a day off in the middle of the week to celebrate your birthday and then not hit your quota. And you and I will have to have a hard conversation at the end of the month. Really? Okay, thanks for making me feel like a, complete schmuck. And I won't take the day off. Thanks. Okay, never mind. It's not important. I won't take it off. What did I do when I opened my company? National holiday is your birthday. I will give you a paid holiday on your birthday. You never have to ask it off for me, and you will be paid for that day. What does it cost me? Nothing. It's so small in regards to the goodwill that I'm building with my organization, and it represents me personally, my values. My values. Second, I am a giver. I am a problem solver. I put others before myself every day. An example of that, I am giving you everything that I teach right now. What you would hire me for, I am giving you right now. I'm not giving you theory. I am not giving you maybe. I am not giving you any of that. I am giving you what I will do for your organization free, because that's how we treat our community. I was the president of Partnership for Aging, which helped advocate for our seniors. I was the president of SHAN, Healthcare Advocacy Network, which would help advocate for our seniors. I was volunteering 5 to 10 hours a week, running organizations for other people. What did I build into my organization? I will pay any of my staff up to 5 hours a month to go volunteer wherever you want. Wherever you want. You like kitty cats and you want to go to the kitty cat ranch? Go to the kitty cat ranch. You want to go to your church and volunteer at your church? Go to your church. In the middle of the day. Take half a morning off. I don't care. That represents me. That represents my culture. That is reflected now in my employees. And my employees see it. For those of you who were just downstairs in the other meeting, they were talking about how do you get your whole company to sell for you? The whole company needs to sell. How do you do it? This is how I did it. I provided an opportunity for my staff to do what they love to do, where they feel good and they give back. What are they doing when they're at the kitty cat ranch? My boss is awesome. Optimum RTS is great. They're letting me come here and volunteer. Free. I get paid to be here by them to help you. Is that not spreading goodwill throughout the community and spreading my name? Did I just get a salesperson? Yeah. I'm going to give you another solution for that last one. How do we get our whole organization to sell for us? Do we tell them that, hey, you guys are all salespeople, and my intake coordinator needs to be talking about, hey, do you have a brother, cousin, sister? Anyone else? Is your next door neighbor fallen? I'm going to go back to Joseph. Servant leadership, leading from behind. I am a pretty smart guy. I have seen a lot. I used to go to 4th grade with pockets full of bubble gum. Anyone remember bubble gum, the grape and this? Okay? 4th grade, pockets full of bubble gum, selling at 10 cents a piece. This has just been in who I am, right? Just who I am. Servant leadership, leading from behind. You have a meeting in your office, and you let the intake coordinator tell you how to sell. What would it take to have you do and be able to sell deeper into your clients? What are your ideas? Well, as soon as they say, what if I talk to this person or that person, or when I'm talking to family members, I ask about the dad's friends. Brilliant. If I say it to them, they're not going to do it. When they say it to me, now I have buy-in from them because they have told me what to do. And I'm not the boss, big gray-haired, loud-voiced John telling them what to do again. He doesn't know what my scheduling job is like. He's never scheduled. But if we lead from behind and we let them decide how to make the plan and then let them implement the plan is going to be implemented. Make sense? How do you feel when someone comes to you and says, you make the plan? Do you stick to it more? Yeah, absolutely. So we need to identify the organizational goals and make sure that the target audience will be the same. What's that, 5 minutes? You want me to keep going or you want me to stop in 5 minutes? You guys can tell me. A rep with insight becomes a go-to resource in the community. My first foray into sales in home care, I became a go-to because I was able to distinguish and find opportunities for other people that would bring revenue to them that then brings revenue to me. Dr. Polikoff, what can I do for you, Doc? I got no referrals for you, John, today. Not my question. My question is this. If I were to help you grow your business today, what would you do? Dr. Polikoff says to me, true story, true guy, if I could get involved in a skilled nursing facility, I would love to do that. And right next door is Kings Point. If I could get into Kings Point, that would be great. That afternoon, I had a discussion earlier in the day with Park Summit, boutique skilled nursing facility, census challenged, boss coming down on the director of nursing, grow the census. I go talk to Sue Levy. Sue, if I had a cardiologist in town that wanted to develop a cardiac program, would you be interested? It could drive patients because he's got patients here, here, and here. He could throw you 10 to 15 patients a month into your skilled facility. She says yes. Let's set a meeting up. I go to Kings Point, look at the bulletin board, Diabetic Club. Morty is the president of the Diabetic Club. Morty's got a phone number. Hey, Morty, how you doing? John Dalton, you don't know me. I have a cardiology friend that would love to get into Kings Point. Do you think it would be advantageous to have a cardiologist come talk at your diabetic meeting about the interactions between diabetes and coronary heart disease? Absolutely. At Polikoff's the next day, here's Morty's number. He wants you to do this. Here's Sue Levy. She could see you next Thursday or the following Monday. He looks at me and says, John, you did more for me in 24 hours than my other home care company did for me ever. You get all the business. I went from 10 starts of care to over 70 by wash, rinse, repeat. Medicare certified agency, 70 Medicare referrals a month. From that, because once I did it once, I saw the opportunity here, I saw the opportunity there, everywhere. Every conversation we have is a puzzle piece on the table. The more conversations we have, the more puzzle pieces go together, the more we can connect them, the more opportunities we have. Knowing the patient's health cycle. Our salespeople need to know this. Mrs. Jones is in the kitchen, she falls, she breaks her hip, she takes an ambulance ride to the hospital does an emergency surgery, she's in the hospital for 3 days, she then goes to a skilled nursing facility, she's in the skilled nursing facility, 14 days if she's managed care, 21, 28 days if she's Medicare, she then goes home and needs a patient. She needs home care at that point, or an aide. They need to understand how that life cycle goes. So if I'm marketing to a doctor, I'm talking to them about Mrs. Smith before she falls. If I'm at the hospital, I'm talking to them, what's their pain point, transition to care, rehospitalizations. I'm talking to them about that. If I'm going to the skilled nursing facility, I'm talking to them about ease of discharge and transfer of care. And when I'm at home, I'm looking for the people that are having problems getting around. I need to understand what that is. Weak language, if you have a referral, call us. Strong language, in a doctor's office. Do you have anyone that you put on a Dexcom glucose monitor this week? That is a perfect home health care referral because new diabetics don't understand diabetes, and diabetic education is covered under the Medicare benefit. Oh, but we do diabetic training here in the office. No, you just told them they had diabetes and then spoke to them for another 5 minutes while their head is going, oh my God, I have diabetes, I'm going to lose my foot. They're not hearing you. And this is a free service covered by Medicare. Paint a picture of the person you're looking for. What do you say when you're in a cardiology office? You talk about PT-NRs. What do you talk about when you're in a gastro office? You talk about diverticulitis and pain. What do you talk about when you're in this type of office? Where do you not go? Where do you go? When you're in internal medicine, what do you talk about? So we have to know that life cycle. We have to listen. 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 If I don't listen to my clients, I don't know what they need. If I don't know what they need, I can't sell them something. I can't provide a service for them. I can assume that the case manager wants to go home on a Friday afternoon. But her big problem is that she can't find DME for this specific patient in that geographic area. If you solve that problem, I'm talking about discharges on Friday. I don't give two cares about discharges on Friday. I have this problem right now. We only learn that by the art of questioning and asking those good, open-ended questions. We have to absorb the feedback. We have to listen so we can understand. Why did the Eskimo buy the ice cube from the salesman? Why? Give me the damn ice cube, shut up, and leave. If that same person talked to the Eskimo, what's it like living in the tundra? Dark 6 months. Oh my God, where do you live? An igloo? It's cold in an igloo. What if I had a device that could go ahead and warm your igloo at night? That person sells heaters to the whole village, only because they asked the right questions. Understanding what they need. Empathy is not a dirty word. Empathy has been politicized. We're running short on time. I think I'm getting the thing from the back. We're the last session, yes? Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want me to cut it? Keep going. Empathy. It is not a dirty word. It has been politicized to mean weakness. Is it weak when your neighbor listens to you about your mom falling? Does it make you feel good? Is it weak when you have compassion for another person? Isn't that Christ-like? Isn't that Christ-like? Isn't that what we are supposed to do? I don't care what religion you want to belong to, whether it be Buddhism, whether it be Christianity, whether it be Judaism. Isn't it all the same? Help your neighbor. Be there to hold somebody else when they're weak. Don't we as humans need to have somebody else hold us up when we're weak? This is what your sales reps are doing on a daily basis, and we need to teach them to have that empathy, and we have to reward them. Hearing a person's life story. I'm going to tell you another story because it's so important to me. I was in hospice, and we had a patient that was a jerk. And the nurses hated him, and the CNAs hated him, and everybody hated this guy because he was such a jerk to deal with. Such a jerk to deal with. Nobody wants to staff him. Nobody wants to staff him. The chaplain goes out, starts talking to this gentleman. He opens up. He says, you know, when I was a young man, I got in a bar fight, and I punched a guy in the head, and he fell. And on his way down, he hit his head on the bar, and he died. Ground. This still hits me. He died. And here I am in hospice, and I'm about to die. I'm going to hell. I killed a man. That's an unforgivable sin. Unforgivable sin. Once he said that, once he let those words out, once our chaplain showed him empathy, he became a new man. Every nurse, caregiver, CNA, now that they knew his story and why he was such a jerk, treated him differently. And every interaction he had with our staff was completely different, because the chaplain showed a little bit of empathy. That builds trust. That builds trust. You buy from people you know, like, and trust, yes? How do you know when you're building trust with somebody? When they tell you a story that they killed a man, they trust you. The more I have conversations and I show empathy towards someone and I get them talking about their real self, and the more you share with me about your daughters and sons and trials and tribulations, the more I know you trust me. You don't build trust by having an ice cube and telling them all about the ice cube. You have trust by listening to someone. You need to have someone in your office that is overseeing your salespeople. It cannot be an administrator. It can be an administrator. It can be the director of nursing. It can be all these other people. But their positions are, Patty, they told me to keep going. Okay.
I'm not here to break anything up.
Okay. An administrator is going to be split between, do I take care of the staffing issues and the clinical issues and this person that has a wound and finding a KCI wound vac and doing this and doing that? Or do I manage a sales team? The brain can't be split like that. And the pendulum will either fall one way or the other way consistently. They will either always be interacting with the sales team as an administrator of the home care agency, or they will always be dealing with their home care agency as the manager of the sales team. I waited tables for a long time. Who waited tables? Who worked in the kitchen? Who worked in a restaurant? No one? One back there. Patty did. Cooks and waiters hate each other. Cooks and waiters hate each other. The waiter says, I am the most important person in this whole restaurant. I'm out there dealing with all these people, and if I don't give good service, you have nothing to cook. And the cook says, oh yeah, if I'm not cooking good food, you got no one to serve. And then there's always that battle that goes on between cooks and waiters. Guess what? Home care, clinical sales, it's the same thing. They're cooks and waiters. I'm bringing the patients, you're not staffing them. I can't staff patients that aren't good patients. Right? So you need someone where the administrator and the sales manager can have those conversations, and the sales manager can keep your sales staff running strong and believing and clapping their hands, saying, I believe, we're fighting for you. And the administrator going to the director of the nursing and clinical department saying, this is why we need to take this case, or this is why we can't take this case, and goes down the other way. But you can't have one person successfully, let me add that word, because you can have one person doing it. Just successfully, you can't have one person doing it, because you need someone to focus on your sales staff and fight for them. Administrator, operational leaders. Asking for the business. Ask good questions. Ask specifically for the business you're looking for. If you go into Home Depot and you want to buy red marigolds, what do you ask the sales staff for? Do you have any red marigolds? They're back there. Versus going into Home Depot and saying, do you have any flowers? Yeah. Go ahead. Pick out which one you want. So it's the same thing when it comes to healthcare. What patient are we looking for? Are you seeing a patient in a gastro's office where dad is suffering from diverticulitis and is in a lot of pain, and you just put them on Cipro and all these other high-level drugs? Is he in a lot of pain? Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. Is there a chance he's a fall risk? Yeah. Is dad big like me and mom small like you? What happens when dad falls on mom? Because you know, of course, that the caregiver is usually the one that dies before the one they're caring for.